Okay, guys, let's roll. But first of all, we've got a special guest today. Come on, come on up, up. Miley! I know. Whoa. Yeah, say hello to our viewers. Yeah, Miley's back for a couple of days. She got a new coat on. Have a look. Come on, you Reds. Go on, go see me. All right, now let's get down to work. Right. Okay, guys, as usual, no script, so it'll be all over the place. Miley just arrived, as you can see. Got her now until Tuesday, I think. Yeah. It's always good to have her, especially now the great-granddaughter's gone back. Right, what are we going to be talking about? First of all, click like, okay? This is going to be a great video, and I don't want you to forget to say you liked it. Okay, so press like now because it's going to be great. If it's not, take it back at the end, all right? We're going to be, if you like, reviewing a part of a video put up by someone who I think is a real patriot, Guardian Moes. Now remember, I'm a British nationalist, okay? You know what that means. Forget that bullshit, ethno. That word ethno means nothing to me. That's like the word cis, like a cis man or a cis woman, where they'd have you believe that cis means biologically born woman, cis woman, cis man, biological man. Yeah, ethno nationalist. That's like cis. If you're a nationalist in the United Kingdom, yeah, you're white. End of story. Okay, so no more of this ethno nonsense. You're a nationalist. Tell them where to go. Right, why am I talking about that background image? Why am I talking about it? Nationalism, what it means to me. And funnily enough, somebody asked me in a comment earlier on, you know, why aren't I a Welsh nationalist? Why do I say I'm a British nationalist? Okay, let's lay down the ground rules. English nationalists want their own England, yeah, with their own parliament, and all they care about is England. Then there are Welsh nationalists, like we have in Wales, but they're really Marxists. They think Wales, own country, that's it. Irish, well, not so much the Irish, Scottish nationalists. It's Scotland's oil, this is our country, okay? Now I'm a British nationalist, and the British nationalists, like the Unionists in Ulster, they embrace the 4 pillars of the United Kingdom. England, Wales, Scotland, and Ulster, yeah? So that is what a British nationalist is, and that is what I am. If you are an English nationalist, you are white. If you're a Welsh nationalist, you are white. Scottish, white. Ulster nationalist, well, they're part of the United Kingdom, you are white. There's no if and an R in, you are white. Now, that's something I will never ever bend on. So, to debate what a nationalist is, yeah, to me that's like a debate over transgender men, transgender women. Yeah, just not real, not something I'm prepared to even debate on. It's pointless. There are 2 genders, it's obvious, just like 2 + 2 = 4, never 5. Yeah. Now, civic nationalists, not something I really give a lot of thought about. I'm sure there are a lot of British citizens in this country who can be mixed race from different countries and they have citizenship. Are they, and they love this country, are they civic nationalists? They might be. I'm not particularly concerned. If others want to debate it, they can, what it means to be civic nationalist. But I'm certainly not going to go out of my way to worry about it. And it's the same with the term British. I showed you the map yesterday of the British Isles. Scotland, England, Wales, and the island of Ireland a part of the British Isles. Ergo, if you're indigenous to any of those places I mentioned, you are white. Yeah, end of story. So, a person described as British is someone from one of those four constituent parts. They are white. In the same way that you could be an English citizen or a Welsh citizen, you can be a British citizen, but you can never be British. Yeah, you can say what you like and you can disagree with me and we can argue till the cows come home. It doesn't bother me. So that's where I stand on the situation. Pause now. Oh, let's talk about this background image. I chose it because it's another painting by Lady Butler. It's the Defence of Rorke's Drift. And I'll show you a photograph now in a moment because, well, I'll tell you about that in a second. That painting is really good because if you go to Brecon, the military museum, they did have a diorama of Rorke's Drift. And it's where I bought for the first time a copy of the book Washing of the Spears about the Zulu Wars. Absolutely fascinating. And the image that Lady Butler painted could have come from that book. It's faithfully recorded to much of what I recall reading in the book that recorded the battle with some of the key people there and just who they were, you know. Was a time I could name them, but my memory's not what it was. So, yeah, if you want to know about the Zulu Wars, Washing of the Spears, absolutely brilliant. A damn good read. What was it? Chard, Bromwell Gonard or something. The two officers trying to save the colours. I could name them once, I've forgotten their names. How terrible. There you go. So that's why I put it up there for, because they're Welsh. And I was speaking about Welsh nationalism. I'm going to show you an image now, actually, talking about Rorke's Drift. 1 second. There we are. Who's that? Town to commemorate Rorke's Drift hero. This is Private William Partridge, yeah? One of our veterans. They've got a fancy gravestone for him now, yeah? One of his descendants is one of my closest friends. And if Private William Partridge was a tougher fighter as his descendant, Di Partridge, I call him David, everybody calls him Di. I like to use people's real names, not nicknames, so I call him David. So, yeah, we've got into some scrapes, that's for sure. He'd say to me, wouldn't have it any other way, would we, Paul? And I'd say, no, we wouldn't. I should go and have a pint with him one day. Okay, guys, so we got to move on now to what we came here to talk about. Let's get over to here, okay? We're over on Guardian Moes site. I'll link it in the description. I'm only going to play a part of his clip, right? What do we know about Guardian Moes? Well, most of you know already. You should be following this channel. It's bigger than ours, 5.2k, and he is mixed race, Hong Kong Chinese, and I'm guessing English, yeah. And I suppose if you could say anyone is a civil nationalist or civic nationalist, it would be someone like Guardian Moes. And I don't doubt his love for this country one little bit. I've been following him now for a long, long time, and he loves this country. He's intelligent, articulate, thinks deeply. If you want a serious channel on a subject, then watch Guardian Moes. You'll normally find me. I can never stay on script. digress, divert, never know where to. Or burst out laughing. Guardian Moes takes it serious. Just have a listen to this little bit of this excellent clip. Would help if I put the sound on, wouldn't I?
Just be settled here. You cannot just have a British passport. You cannot just have to be born here or live here to make you English or British. You cannot adopt the national identity just because you're born here, just because you're settled here. You have to be assimilated into society. And this person, Shabana Mahmood, certainly does not share that, certainly does not adopt that kind of national identity. She is not English, and she is definitely not a Brummie. You cannot steal someone's national identity and claim it as your own.
Because of that, I think over the last few years, you've seen more of a sense of confidence amongst minority communities to consider themselves English. But also, I think English is not a race identity so much as it is a civic and national identity, and that is definitely the perspective I have.
Okay, so I do somewhat agree with her that English is not solely a race, but an ethnicity. So there is a fusion, again I say, there's a fusion between the inheritance of English tradition and the continuation. It has to be demonstrated in your behaviour, in your everyday behaviour, your practice of English tradition, of English heritage, history, language and cultural practices, of the practice of cultural and constitutional Christianity. So I will agree with her, that is not just solely your racial traits, your racial characteristics, your skin colour that characterises you as English. There is also a kind of continuation of that. There's a behavioural practice behind that, behind the English identity. But what Shabana Mahmood, what she is trying to do is to proclaim the virtues of English heritage, of the English identity, of English tradition. There is a certain virtue, a certain goodness behind the English identity. What she is doing is she's trying to steal someone's national identity and claiming it as her own, even though she practices Islam. She pledges her allegiance to the faith of Islam. She believes in the Lord Allah. She follows the Quran, the words of the Prophet Muhammad. You cannot steal someone's national identity and claim it as your own. I find this deeply insulting. If I were English, I'm not English. If I were English, I would find this deeply insulting and incredibly tragic, actually, that you dare to insult the people that built this great land. England's forefathers, the people who wrote the Magna Carta, the people who wrote the English Bill of Rights, William Wilberforce, who abolished the slave trade. You cannot claim that kind of national identity if you don't share those cultural practices, nor do you have the inheritance of England's forefathers. You don't have ancestral roots in England. You cannot claim the national identity for yourself. Take an example like myself. I am not English, and I never will be English, personally. That's just the way things are. I might be a Christian. I am a Christian myself. I might practice Christianity. Whenever I delve into, I'm a history buff. Whenever I delve into, the stories of Winston Churchill, of William Wilberforce, of King Richard Lionheart, it stirs me in my heart. And even though my behavioural practices are more in line with England's history and English culture, I'm still missing out on the ethnic inheritance part. So I don't have English parents, I don't have English grandparents. That does not make me English, and I will not steal someone's national identity and claim it as my own. But there's nothing wrong with not being English. Just because you're an Englishman, don't make you a good person. Just because you're not English, it doesn't make you a bad person.
Okay guys, we're back at Rorke's Drift. There's a farmhouse behind it, remember in the film? That's where Hooky and the boys were. Yeah. They were having a right go in that farmhouse, wasn't they? Private Hook. Anyhow, what else was there to say? Oh yeah, you heard me say I was out in Hong Kong. Yeah. Actually, that was taken in Singapore. The suit was made in Hong Kong. Right, let's move on. Do I look much different, guys? I don't know. I don't think I've changed much. Right. Okay, I'm going to wind this up now, guys, because I'm going to have to edit it. I forgot to put the sound on again in the middle. So, video's not going to flow as smooth as it should. The red onion incident. Okay, well, that worked okay in the end. I went and played darts with my wife. She won 3-0. I didn't let her win. She hammered me. She's really, really good. When they have the ladies teams playing the men's teams, some of the men really sulk if they're up against my wife because they know there's a very good chance that they are going to lose. They're a bad sportsman everywhere, guys. Anyhow, so the red onions, my wife was in an excellent mood after giving me a damn good thrashing. Forgive me for the red onion, and all's well in the little world of the green arrow. I'll see you on the next one, guys. It wasn't meant to be all over the place like this, but it happens. Go watch Guardian Moes. Bye now. You did like, didn't you? Even if I did screw it up just a little tiny bit, un poco.